to our weekly call. We always start our training on Wednesdays. Monday and Tuesday are opportunity meetings designed to bring brand new people so that you can have guests and they can get a good presentation. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, we have our training. Wednesday is in Portuguese, which I just finished that call a few minutes ago. And now we do English. Tomorrow is Spanish. So this week, we're talking a lot about the pay plan, compensation plan. This is something that a lot of people have asked me to do again. So I'm going to go through the compensation plan and explain how the plan works and some of the philosophies behind the strategies to this plan. There is no one exact way to build your business. You know, this is not a perfect world, and so your business is not going to be perfect either. When I grew up in network marketing, I would hear people say, well, you go get 5, and they get 5, and they get 5, and they get 5. And by the time you do that, after a couple of months, you're a millionaire. Well, it's not like that. We know it, okay? So, but it is important to know the pay plan for a couple of reasons. One, when you can talk the pay plan, people will look up to you. They'll say, wow, this person knows what they're talking about. This is good. You see, and that, by the way, is part of change. When I always talk about people changing, you know, you start presenting, talking to people, you get better and better. Pretty soon, people that know you start looking at you a little differently, like, wow, this person's pretty amazing all of a sudden. And that happened to me at a young age when I did my first presentation in network marketing. I was scared to death. I thought I was going to pee my pants. I don't even know what I said. When I was done, if you asked me what I said, I don't remember. I just remember getting up and talking, okay? Well, now, obviously, I'm much more comfortable, and that's all part of the process of learning and growing. The reason a pay plan is so important, even though it may seem complicated to some people, it's not that complicated, and I'll explain as we go through why. If you break it down, it's pretty simple, but some people are numbers people. They're good with numbers. Other people, it's more complicated. But this really isn't that difficult, okay? And so, but it's important to know the pay plan because let's say that you talk to someone and you come across a network marketer, you know, someone that we call, you know, a multi-leveler networker. They know the business. Well, if you start talking to them and they ask you, tell me about your pay plan, and you can't tell them, do you think they're going to feel comfortable joining you? You know, that's like saying that you're going to go on a camping trip on this hike in a dangerous area. You know, maybe you're on a safari somewhere and you're going to spend a week out in the jungle, and you ask the person, do you know anything about this? And they go, oh, first time I've ever done this. Well, you know what? Good luck. So the same here. If you know the pay plan and somebody asks you that question and you can answer it, you come from a position of strength, you see, because you've given them something now. And a lot of times they might even try to, you know, trick you thinking that, oh, you don't know your pay plan. So take the time and learn it, okay? Also, when you can tell someone about the pay plan, they can compare. When I joined 4Life, I love comparing pay plans. And I was thrilled to death when I joined 4Life when David Lisenby agreed to pay 64%. And that's how this whole thing began. David Lisenby, he said the most that he could pay at the bottom line, and there was no going back and forth like, give me an extra 1%. No, 64, that's it. In fact, he even said, don't ask for any more, that's it. So we took that 64% and we cut it up in different ways, all right? And to me, the most important, well, they're all important, you know, because the business builder bonus is the most important when you're starting. But for your long-term success, it's the commissions. It's getting paid on an organization, a downline, a team, however you want to put it, all right? So you want to get to the point where you go to bed at night, you wake up in the morning, and you look at your report, your downline report, and it just grew by 1,000 life points, or maybe 10,000 life points. I had the craziest experience last month. I went to bed one night, I'd looked at my business, and I thought, okay, I was sitting, I think at that time about 25 million, which is what I usually do, 25 million. But this is earlier in the month. And I thought, wow, I'm already at 25 million. went to bed, woke up the next morning, and it was 26 million. It grew 1 million life points while I was asleep. Okay, that's my story. That happened to me. I want that to happen to all of you, okay? And that's why I continue to do these meetings and trainings. My desire is to help all of you grow your business and be successful, okay? And so knowing your pay plan is extremely important. You want to get to that point where those commissions, your residual income is something you can rely on, not just you, but your family and your future, your prosperity. Heaven forbid if something happened to me and I died of coronavirus or something, ain't going to happen because I take transfer factor. But, if let's say I died on an airplane, okay, crashed, I'm leaving, a great residual income for my family. And that's one of the reasons I love this business of network marketing. But talking the benefits of network marketing is a totally another training, because I love talking network marketing to people. In fact, I even like it when they get negative with me because they don't know what they're talking about. And I prove it to them. Sometimes I will say this, I try to follow Tim McGraw's song, Humble and Kind. Have you ever heard that song, Humble and Kind? That's the philosophy. That's kind of like what I try to adhere to, but every now and then I'll get someone that can have a bit of an attitude when I talk to them about network marketing or the business, and they say, oh, it's a pyramid, or those things never work. And I look at them like, what do you know? They don't know anything, and yet they say it doesn't work. Okay. So that's when I tend to like, okay, I'm going to show you it works. It works plenty good for me. All right. So let's get into the pay plan now and talk about it. First of all, it is important to understand that we pay a total of 64%. Okay. That's the total payout in commissionable volume or life points. All right. And we break it up in different ways. I do want to begin with the commissions. Okay. Because the commissions are the most, not the most important, but there's a lot of intricacies in the commissions, like infinity bonuses, compression, dynamic compression, things like that. So we'll talk about that as we move along here. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to get into the commission part of the pay plan. Now, before I start going into all of the levels and how you qualify and so forth, let's make sure everybody understands. And this really goes to one of the reasons I love this 4Life and I love this business, but especially 4Life. Take a look at that top line right there where it says monthly PV requirement. These are the qualifications that everybody must have in order to achieve an income in 4Life. All right, qualifications. If you look at the amount of volume each person must purchase every month, it doesn't matter what rank you are. You can be associate, you can be a presidential diamond, you can be a platinum diamond, international diamond. We all have to purchase 100 life points. That's not 100 bottles. 100 life points is 2 bottles of Transfer Factor Plus. So the first thing I like to tell people is that our program is a consumer-oriented program. This is not a seller's program where I could take another company. Let's mention one, Herbalife. Forever Living, there's another one. You have to buy quantity of product, $2,000, $1,000. But the problem is, as you move up rank, you have to buy more. I've known people in other companies, they say, Dave, it's so frustrating. I do my job, I move up to the next level. It'd be like me saying, well, you just went from diamond to presidential diamond. Now you don't have to buy 100, you have to buy 1,000. And then you're platinum, you got to buy 2,000. So they're telling you that the more money you make, the money they want to take from you, that you have to buy that product. Well, guess what happens? And this is one of the reasons why government agencies get upset, is because you become garage qualified. You've got all this product sitting in your home and your garage because you're out building a downline, building a network, and you're trying to build people and not just try to sell bottles, you see. And so I love 4Life because it's a consumer program. You don't have to buy a bunch of product and go sell it to make money. You can, and even if you do, we give you a discount of 25%. And that's another part of the pay plan. So let's look at the qualifications real quick, and let me break it down, okay? Again, as you move up rank, you only have to purchase 100 life points to qualify, okay? Now, as far as the amount of people you must enroll, you begin by enrolling your first person. Now, I've had people in the past tell me they like binaries. A binary means two, all right? And you really don't make any money off of one leg. You might get like an initial signing bonus when you sign someone up, but to really make any money, if you look at 4Life, with one person, you can be an associate. And I won't go over what an associate can earn, but it's 30%, okay? You can earn up to, I'm sorry, I take that back. I'm sorry. It's 27, not the 5. You get 225, 27%. The 5% is added on level 3 when you become a builder. Again, we'll get into the percentages you earn in the next slide here as we move along. So associate, you have to sponsor one person. That's it. One leg, one person. As long as you do your 100 life points, you can get paid. You can get paid 2 levels deep. Now, as you move up from associate to builder to diamond, presidential diamond, take a look at the amount of people you have to enroll. It increases from 1 to 3, then 3 to 6, and from diamond and above, it increases by 2 people every rank. So if you want to move up from diamond to presidential, you must enroll 2 people more. So we don't require you to necessarily buy more product, but you need to enroll 2 more people, okay? So from presidential to international, enroll 2 more. And of course, international to gold, 2 more. And if you look at from gold to platinum, you don't have to enroll any more people. Why? Well, take a look down below on the very bottom where it says monthly organizational volume. Okay, I'll highlight it there for you. Monthly organizational volume. There is no organizational volume all the way up until you get to gold. You have to have 250, all right, 1,000 life points to be a gold. That's your entire business, your entire organization. Well, to go from 250 to 1,000,000 to be a platinum, you are working your people. So you're not really bringing in new people anymore. Your efforts have changed, all right? Your task is different. Now your responsibility is to build the downline, work your people. You don't sit back and say, all right, everyone go make me money. You get in and build with them. So you're spending more time working your downline now, just like I'm doing right now. I work my downline every day. I don't sponsor new people anymore personally because my time is spent, trust me, I'm quite busy working my downline. That's the position you want to get to, okay? So now let's go right here where it says monthly LP on the first 3 levels. I'm trying to highlight this here. I'm having a problem for some reason. There we go. Monthly LP on your first 3 levels. If you look, associate has no requirement on your first 3 levels, okay? That means you, the person you sponsored, the person they sponsored, and the person they sponsored. Level 1, level 2, level 3. So every time a new person is sponsored in the downline, that's 1 more level, okay? So as an associate, no requirement as far as volume in your 3 levels. Builder, no requirement. So the first 2 ranks that we have, the first 2 positions, there's no requirement at all. Now for diamond, there is a requirement. You have to have 3,000 life points in 3 levels. That's why I tell people when they ask me, well, Dave, what should I focus on when I'm starting my business? Focus on the business builder bonus. And we'll get to that in a minute. But that means you sponsor 3, help them sponsor 3, and help them sponsor 3. By you doing that, you've gone 3, 9, 27. 27 plus 9 plus 3 plus you is 1. That's 40. If you have to have 3,000 life points in 3 levels, if you just got the business builder bonus and you maximized it, where you got the 800, by the way, until the end of this month, it's paying $2,000. But if you did that, 40 people at 100 per person, life points minimum, you now have 4,000. You're easily a diamond. So I encourage people to follow the business builder bonus as you start your business, okay? But getting to diamond is 3,000 life points in 3 levels. Presidential diamond is 10,000 life points in 3 levels. That's quite a jump. You've had to go from 3,000 to 10,000, okay? But now things change a little bit. International diamond, 20,000 in 3 levels. And if you look above that, 20,000 for international, 20,000 for gold, and 20,000 for platinum, okay? You don't have to increase your 3 levels. Now my 3 levels last month was 67,000. This month, I don't know, it's probably close to the same. But the point is, we know, again, you're building your downline. So you're not necessarily focusing on your 3 levels once you get to international diamond. You're spending your time working your people, but you have to maintain that 20,000 in 3 levels. What's the best way to maintain it? Have some business builders on level 1. And that's why I say, never put people below people. If you stack people, and you can do that in 4Life, you can enroll someone and let somebody else be the sponsor. That means you're putting them below. Don't do that in the beginning of your business. I did it recently with a gentleman in Brazil because I don't have to worry about my 3 levels. I don't have to worry about the amount of people I enroll. I'm well over my 12 enrollees. So the point is, when you're starting your business, if you have someone on your very front line, they're going to help you because they too have to have 3,000 in 3 levels, 10,000 in 3 levels to get to presidential, and 20,000 in 3 levels to get to international. Now think about this. If you did stack somebody under someone else, and the person who you sponsored on level 1 decided not to do anything anymore, they take up a level. So now you have to have your volume really not just in 2 levels, but 1 level theoretically, because think about it. The person on your 2nd level, they're only going to purchase 100 LP, maybe a little more, but they're certainly not going to do thousands of life points that they're going to buy. So really, you're getting 100 life points on level 2, and you're going to depend on level 3 for all your volume. 1 level. Whereas if you have somebody on your front line that's building, they're putting more people on level 2. And then level 2 is putting more people on level 3. You see how it can exponentially grow substantially? So don't put people below people in the beginning of your business, okay? And if you have someone, to give you an example, Jeff Altgilbers, he's one of my platinums on my level 1. I sponsored him, and I enrolled him and I sponsored him. He has to do 20,000 life points in 3 levels. Well, guess what? His 3 levels, a lot of that is in my 3 levels. I get to count his level 1 and his level 2 towards my 3 levels. It helps me tremendously. But guess what? If Jeff Altgilbers didn't do his 20,000 in 3 levels, he would drop down from platinum all the way down to presidential diamond. Now, he would be leaving on the table hundreds of thousands of dollars, a lot of money. He'd be passing up to people up above. Who's above? Yours truly. Do you think he's going to want to give that to me? No. Therefore, every month, Jeff makes sure he does his 20,000. So that makes me feel comfortable with my 3 levels too, okay? That's why you don't stack people below people in the beginning of your business. Now, let's go down to right here where it says legs, okay? Legs. If you look at this as an associate, there's no requirement, no structure. You don't have to have people positioned in certain places to get a commission as an associate. Same with builder. No, there's no structure requirement. Same with diamond. You can go all the way to diamond and you don't have to have any structure, just volume, 3,000 life points in 3 levels. But now as a presidential diamond, that is really where leadership begins. I call that's the first level of leadership, meaning that you now need to build people, okay? So it says you must build 2 diamonds, and those diamonds need to be in separate legs, okay? So you have to have 1 leg with 1 diamond, another leg with another diamond. Well, here's what I love about 4Life. Most pay plans I'm familiar with, they would force you to have your diamond on your level 1, the person you sponsor. In other words, you have to be the sponsor of the diamond, not in 4Life. The diamond, it could have been somebody by your upline that put them below you, and you're the beneficiary of someone down there that becomes a diamond, and you get to count that diamond as your diamond too, okay? But it's anywhere in the leg. So anywhere down that leg, it can be level 1, it can be level 100. Doesn't matter where the diamond is, okay? But 1 diamond in 1 leg and a diamond in the other leg. And now you have to have 10,000 life points in your 3 levels, and you're a presidential diamond, okay? Now, if you want to get to international diamond, you need to convert your diamonds into presidential diamonds. As you work with them and help them grow and build, now You get 2 presidential diamonds in separate legs, and you get 20,000 life points in 3 levels. You are an international diamond. To get to gold international diamond, here's where things do get a little bit tricky. I always tell people, look, try to always keep your eye on 3 legs, all right? Try to have 3 legs in the pipe, in the hopper, all right, in the tube that you're ready to squeeze out and work with and push and grow, okay? But you need 3. You don't want to get to international diamond and find yourself with 2 good legs, and your 3rd leg, there isn't one really that's building or doing anything, because it can take you quite a while to build that 3rd leg to international so you can go gold, because a lot of things change now, all right? Let me show you. If you want to get to gold international diamond, you don't have to have 2 internationals, you have to have 3. You have to have 3 legs with an international diamond in each one. And guess what? Each of those legs must have a minimum of 50,000 life points. And I'm sure that's what the little 2 asterisks mean right here. If we read those 2 asterisks down below, legs must be separate and have at least 1 distributor as indicated rank. Oh, I'm sorry, it's the 3 asterisks. 3. That's why it's right there, 3 asterisks, okay? And it does say that. Must have at least 3 international diamond legs, each with at least 50,000 life points to qualify. Now, that is so you're not lopsided, okay? Because the other requirement for gold, take a look at this last requirement right there, monthly organizational volume. There is no requirement at all, like I said earlier, okay? None, all the way through international diamond. But to get to gold, you must have 250,000 life points on your entire organization to get to gold. Okay, and that's why the average gold makes $46,000 a month. Average. The highest gold makes about $165,000 a month. That's on 4Life's income disclosure statement, right on their website. If you go to the bottom of the website, you'll see an income disclosure statement, and it discloses the average income of each level, the lowest check of each level, and the highest check of each level. All right. So golds have an average of 46,000. I say 46, I think it's 49 actually, $49,000, almost 50,000 a month of income, okay? So as a gold, you now have a few different requirements. You got to have 12 people enrolled, 20,000 in 3 levels, 3 legs of international diamonds, and they can be anywhere in the leg, and 250,000 life points on your entire organization, okay? Platinum now, what changes? The thing that changes really is you have to convert your 3 international diamonds into gold international diamonds. You work with those people, you support those people, you travel, you're joined at the hip with those 3 people, trying to help them get to gold. They'll be happy, and guess what? You're happy. It just happened this month, and this is a big shout out. I know she's not on this call right now listening, but she's out there. Angeles Munoz, Platinum International Diamond, the first one in all of Europe, all right? Female, 80% of network marketers in our industry are women. So, I mean, that's so awesome. You know, I'm so proud. Angeles, you know, and frankly, she did it by herself, really, okay? She got herself to platinum. She's from Spain, okay? Her daughter works with her. She became a gold, all right? What I'm saying here is if you want to get to platinum, work with your people. Angeles, her daughter was one of the people she worked with, got her to gold, all right? And by doing that, it helped make her a platinum, all right? But anyhow, you know, kudos, congrats to Angeles Munoz, Platinum International Diamond in Europe. First one, okay? So that is the qualification portion, all right? Again, this is pretty simple to understand, I believe, all right? But that's how you get to platinum. Now, let's go into what it pays, okay? Each level and how much each level pays. Whoops. There it is right there. Okay, come on. This is the payout. Now, we're going to talk about levels. We're going to talk about generations. They're different. And we're going to talk about infinity, okay? You already know how to get to associate. As I said earlier, 1 leg, 1 person, 1 downline, you can get paid 2 levels, 27%, all right? To get to a builder, remember, you have to have 3 people enrolled. That's why we always say me and my 3. And that helps you also get your business builder bonus. But you get 3 people, now you get paid 3 levels, okay? 3 people, you get paid the business builder bonus, 3, me and my 3, and 3 levels deep. Now you're getting paid 32%, 2, 25, and 5. To get to diamond, what happens now, you get paid a 4th level at diamond of 6%. But that 4th level is infinity, all right? Now, those first 3 levels, here's another thing I love about 4Life. Take a look at those 3 levels, all in the white. From the time you're a builder all the way to platinum, do they change? No. They're the same for everybody. 2, 25, 5. When I grew up in 4Life, I always called that my bread and butter money, because as I built my business, I knew I didn't have anybody down there on level 100 or level 50 or let alone level 10. They were all in my first 3 levels as I started out. I could rely on my bread and butter. It didn't go up and down. It didn't change. It was constant every month. So therefore, I was able to build a solid business and rely on my monthly income, okay? But it never changes. I love that. Between builder and platinum, those 3 levels are identical. Now, take a look at that 4th level. As a diamond, you get paid 6. But look at all the rest of them. The rest of a presidential diamond, international gold, and platinum. That 4th level is 12. So the only level where, the only rank where it pays 6 is diamond, okay? So you're going to get 6% infinitely paid. What does that mean? If you're the diamond and you have people down on level 5, 6, 7, and 8, and there's no diamond between you and all of them, you get paid 6, 6, 6, 6. You keep getting 6% until somebody becomes a diamond. So what happened was when you became a diamond, the person above you that was a diamond or presidential diamond, you blocked them. You see, you're getting 6%. Now they're still going to get their 2, 25, 5. And they're going to get 6 or 12, depending on what rank they are. But where you get paid 6, if they're a diamond above you, they get 0. You took it. You took that 6%. Okay. When you have a diamond below you, where they get the 6%, they'll block you. Not where they are, because they're going to get 2, 25, 5, 6. Right when they grab that 6, at that point, they're going to take it from you. Okay. So you're going to get 2, 25, 5, 6. And then wherever that other diamond gets their 6, you're blocked. Okay. Now, what do? Move up rank. Get to presidential. What happens? You're at 12% now. Guess what just happened? You recuperated that 6% again, infinitely paid. So the diamond's getting 6, you're getting 6, but chances are you've got other legs with no diamond. So you're going to get 12% infinitely paid on those legs. Okay. Now, can you see all of a sudden that infinity bonus can start bringing you some pretty good money? 6%, 12%, all right, if you're a presidential diamond. Now, as a presidential diamond, something else happens. Okay. You start earning generation bonuses. I like to call that the back end. So there's 2 sides to the program, our pay plan. There's the front side and the back side. All right, or back end, back side. Okay. The front side is called a unilevel. Unilevel, 2, 25, 5, 6, or 12. Those are the levels we're talking about. But on the back side, where all of a sudden you see the 5th generation and the 6th generation, all right, those are 3%. But those aren't levels. Those are 3% of presidential diamonds and their groups. Chances are you don't have a presidential diamond built yet, okay, below you. When you do, you're going to get your 2, 25, 5, 12, and then you're going to get 3% of the presidential diamond below you and their group, right? For 2 presidentials. So you got a group, all right? And the group's going to have diamonds, going to have builders, it's going to have associates, and it's going to have preferred customers. That's what's going to be in that group of presidential diamonds below, okay? 3% through 2 generations of presidentials. Now let's move up to international diamond. As an international diamond, you get the same on the levels, 2, 25, 5, 12, 3% you're going to get on a group of presidentials, all right, and their people. then 3% more on a group of presidential and their people. Then you get 2 generations of 2% on your international diamonds down below. Okay, think about this. How much bigger did the group just get? When you were presidential, you got paid on 2 generations of presidential diamonds. As an international, you get paid 2 generations of presidentials plus 2 generations of internationals. Doesn't international diamond have to have presidentials and diamonds and builders and associates and preferred customers? The group just got bigger, or the door just got wider, all right? Now, as you move up to international diamond, all right, as gold international diamond, you're going to be getting paid on your 2 generations of presidentials at 3%, 2 generations of internationals at 2%, and 2 generations of golds. Okay, let me go back because I think I skipped the international diamond portion. Presidential diamond, you're getting paid 2 generations of presidentials. International diamond, 2 generations of presidentials, and 2 generations of international diamonds. They've got presidentials, they've got diamonds, they've got builders, they've got associates, and they've got preferred customers. As a gold, you're now getting paid 2 generations of presidential diamonds, 2 generations of international diamonds, and 2 generations of golds. Think about that. You would not be blocked if you're a gold until you've got 2 golds below you in the same leg. So you're a gold, here's a gold, and there's a gold below them. Then somebody could block you. But until then, and trust me, that could be years. For me, it was 8 years. 8 years in this business, no one blocked me at all. Why? The key is to stay 1 step ahead of your downline. If someone in your downline is growing, you grow. If you're a presidential diamond, all right, and you've got a presidential diamond in one leg, and they're looking at trying to go international diamond before you, that's because they built 2 presidentials before you could. You got to focus on getting that second presidential so you too get to international. Okay? Always try to stay a step ahead of your downline. And that's leading by example also. Okay? So as Gold International Diamond, you've now maximized the pay plan when it comes to the commission portion, all right, or getting paid on your levels and generations. Now, look at platinum. It's the same as gold. The only difference between a platinum and a gold is the premier pool. We're going to get into that right now. So we just talked about the commission portion of the pay plan, all right? Getting paid on your levels, how you qualify for those levels. There is something called dynamic compression. That simply means if someone does not do their 100 life points, then whoever's below rolls up a level. So if you sponsored me, and I sponsored Claudia, and I'm level 1, Claudia's level 2, and Claudia sponsored Mary, all right? If I didn't buy 100 life points this month, Claudia will move up to level 1, Mary will move up to level 2. And that's why I like to build my business and work with my people deep. As I build it and grow it deep, doesn't matter to me if my money's coming from here or here, all right? And the deeper you build, it's like the roots of a tree. The deeper the tree, the more solid the tree. If a wind comes along, it's not going to blow the tree over because those roots are so deep. That's like my organization now. I feel pretty secure. Last month, I did over $35 million in business. All right. Life points approaching 30 million life points in business. So I feel pretty secure. You know, it's a deep, the roots of my tree are pretty deep. Okay. So that's the difference between gold and platinum and dynamic compression. Okay. Now let's talk about the premier pools. The premier pool only goes to international diamonds and above. Why? Because the company pays the builders, the diamonds, and the presidential diamonds your business builder bonus. We can't earn that. Now, once in a while, Danny Lee, he does open it up for us and says, hey, we're opening up the business builder bonus for everybody. Excuse me. And you know why 4Life does that, by the way? They do it because these pools and the builder bonus, it all comes from a global pool of money. The company takes 2% and they put it into the premier pool. Well, it says right there, let me highlight it. See right here where I'm highlighting 2% of the company life points is paid out between international diamonds and gold international diamonds. The only difference is golds get double. They get double shares. So if you're an international diamond, you're going to participate on the entire global life point, sales. Okay. So you now can have income from someone in Russia. You don't have anybody in Russia, but you can earn from that pool of money, right? 2%, just so you know, the average check for a international diamond when it comes to the premier pool runs about $1,000, right? It can go up, to 1,500. I've even seen it as high as close to 2,000, but average about 1,000. Golds, double it, okay? Now I've seen some golds get up close to 5,000, all right? So how does that happen? Well, the company, and this is something you don't want to try to figure out. They calculate it two ways. One, even shares for everybody. That's half of the 2%. The other half, so they basically take that 2%, split it in half is shares, equal shares for everybody, except golds get double. And then the other half depends on your 6-level volume. Now, don't worry about that. Don't get hung up on it. The point is, if you're building your business and your 6 levels is growing, then your check's going to go up higher with the premier pool, as opposed to someone who's just in retirement mode, not doing much of anything, okay? They're still making a great residual income, though. So that's how the premier pool works for the internationals and the gold internationals. Now, platinum internationals, there's 1% of the pool that's divided amongst platinums. It's half, but guess what? There's not as many platinums as there are internationals and golds. In fact, average in a month, 6, 7, might be 8 this month with Angeles Munoz now being part in the pool, which is great, all right? But that pool usually equates to about $60,000 to $80,000 a month, for a platinum. Just that 1% pool, let alone your 2%, 25%, 5%, 12, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. All right? You're getting a nice little added monthly bonus of an extra 60, 70, it's been up to 80-something thousand dollars, okay? So that's how the pool works. That's how it pays out, the pay plan, all right? When it comes to the commissions, the premier pool, now the company takes another 2% and they pay the business builder bonus. Let's talk about that briefly. The business builder bonus is the roadmap for you to get to, let me start up here real quick. Roadmap for you to get to presidential diamond, all right? You have to have your 3 people. You enroll those 3 people and get them on loyalty. Loyalty is like an auto ship. They say, you know what? I want to go in and join, and I want to get product each month. I can cancel anytime, no big deal. And by doing that, I'm going to get the benefits of getting 15% of points for free products every month. I've got 262 points right now in my account. I can call the company tomorrow or go online and I can get 5 bottles of Transfer Factor Plus if I want. I've got that many points credited. I just let them bank, all right? They might expire, so I probably have to take a look at it. I'm not sure. I honestly don't know if they expire or not. I might have to look into that. But get 3, get them on loyalty, 600 life points on your team. Who's your team? You get to count your volume too, and the people you sponsor, all right? That's your team. 600 life points total, 3 on loyalty, $50. But this month, the company's paying $120, more than double. Now, why do they do that? Because it comes from a pool. So they get to look each month to see how much of that pool has been consumed, how many people qualified, how many people took it, because it's not divided by a certain amount of people like the premier pool. That's divided evenly. That whole pool's gone, all right? If whatever's in it, it's divided amongst the people and it's over. In the business builder bonus, we don't know. You don't know how many are going to, if nobody qualified for the business builder bonus, the company's going to have 2% sitting in their hands. They can throw it up in the wind or do whatever they want, all right? We've got a great company because they're willing to say, you know what? This last month, looks like we had a surplus of money. We're going to take that business builder bonus and we're not just going to double it. We're going to make it 120 as opposed to 50. And if you go help those 3 people, we're not just going to give you 200, we're going to give you $500. They did that last month and this month. So by you helping your 3 get 3, you now get $500. Now, if that promotion ends, it's $200. That's still great. $200 of extra money, and that's not even the commissions. It's an added bonus. And if you duplicate it one more time, where you get 3, help them get 3, and they get 3, just duplicate, teach. And this is every month, by the way, guys. It's not a one-time bonus. You can get $800 in that business builder bonus. But the company is right now paying $2,000 on that. So obviously, sales have been good, all right, even during this whole coronavirus thing. Why have they been good? Well, here's why they've been good. This says it all. 4Life, the immune system company. I think by this going around, people are paying attention to it. I've been talking about it for 22 years, all right? But the point is that volume's going up, sales are going up, and the company's willing to pay us double. Well, I don't get to make the business builder bonus, but you all can earn $2,000 in that bonus. That's 2%. Now, where do the other 2% go? Let me show you right here. Trips. 4Life does 2 trips a year with Great Escapes. Those are for presidential diamonds. Remember we talked about diamond? Getting to diamond, you build 2 diamonds, you get to presidential diamond. Your 4th level goes from 6% infinitely paid to 12% infinitely paid now. And guess what? You get a trip, not just for you, for 2. Airfare and hotel, or if it's a cruise, your cabin. All right, so the company's going to pay for the trip, your airfare, and your lodging. All right, and not only do you get it as presidential diamond, you get it when you reach international diamond. And as an international diamond on the road to gold, every 50,000 life points your business increases, you go on another trip. Think about that. Every 50,000, you win a trip. Another 50,000, your organization grew, another trip. And so by the time you get to gold, which would be 250, so you got it at 50, 100, 150, 200. Once you get to that 250 mark, it's not a Great Escape anymore. It's called a gold getaway or platinum pinnacle. And the company can fly you first class. You know, I feel very blessed. I got a family with 5 kids. They've been from Ireland to New Zealand, Australia, Africa Safari, Hawaii. I've been to Russia, Red Square, Baltic Cruise, all these trips. When my kids went, they didn't go on the Russia one. All the others they did. Back then, it was a little different. But now you go first class in a bed. You fly in a bed, all right, on the trip. You feel special. They make you feel so special. When you get there, they're waiting. And I love these 4Life trips, by the way, because those of you that like to travel, you got to plan it. You got to plan the trip, think about what you're going to do, where you're going to go. With these trips, you've just got to get yourself to the airport. And once you board that plane, you're in 4Life's hands, all right? And here's something pretty cool, just so you know. 4Life has a team. Leslie Dunn, all right? She's ahead of the recognition and the incentive team, and Carla, I forget Carla's last name. But anyhow, Carla and Leslie, they actually go and do the entire trip before we go. So they have the experience because they know that the Lisenbees are going to be there, our CEO, the top executives, and the top distributors. So they go on the trip, they experience it, decide what's going to go, what they're going to throw out, and put it together, and then we get to go. So they've already done it. And so when we get there, there's a group, they're waiting for you. They greet you, they put the hat on you, the lei on you, whatever they do, and you just follow it. Just do what they tell you to do. And it is a blast. I love these trips, okay? So that's what we have in 4Life when you think about it. You've got a great pay plan with the commissions. You've got your business builder bonus. You've got your premier bonuses. You've got your trips, right? So there's so much the company pays out, all right? Now, other ways that money is made. Let me just share with you a couple of other things. There's a couple of twists in the pay plan. One, I used to call it the flip-flop, but I can't call it the flip-flop anymore. But let me show you. When you earn a rapid reward, be careful, all right? If you have someone that goes out and they start building a downline, and someone who they sponsors somebody on level 2, and that person just buys 100 life points or 400 life points, they might think, oh, it's my level 2. I'm going to get 25%. No, not on the first order. The first order that 25% always goes to the enroller. Whoever enrolled that new person, keep in mind, we let you place somebody if you want. So if you put somebody down on your level 20 below someone and you're the enroller, all those people on level 1 through 19 get 0 on the first order, because the 25% goes to the enroller, and then from there up it pays. After that first order, and there can be multiple orders in a month, all right? It's the first order only. That's how it works. Afterwards, all those people in between will get paid their 2, 25, 5, whatever it is. But on that first order, the enroller gets the 25%. Now, what used to happen was 4Life, they never have paid 25% twice. You can't do that. Think about it. They'd be paying out now 64 plus 25, 89%. Company would be bankrupt overnight. They couldn't survive. So they pay the 25% to the enroller, and the person above the enroller used to get 2%. But the beginning of this year, they changed it. They're paying the person above the enroller 12%. Okay, so they don't just flip-flop like they used to. It goes 25% to the enroller, 12% to the enroller sponsor, 5% to the next person above, and then 2%. That's how the unilevel pays out. And then, of course, it goes 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. Just pays out everything. 4Life, in our pay plan, they pay out everything. The only place there's any breakage, it's called breakage, where the company might retain some money in the plan, is between associate and builder. You see, there is no level 3 for an associate. So if someone's an associate, all right, and they're one-legged, well, then the company's not paying out that 5% to that individual, right, who could possibly earn it. So the company, that's probably why they're paying the double bonus right now or the 2,000 in the business builder bonus. Okay, they've got some breakage. The company is very generous. The one thing I learned about David Lisenby over the past almost 22 years, he's an extremely generous individual. Him and Bianca both very generous, and he's not about money. To him, this isn't about trying to make billions of dollars. It's about creating a legacy, and he takes a lot of pride in paying us well. They've paid over $2 billion to us now. That's a B, $2 billion we've been paid. In fact, I found out recently, I'm going to brag for a minute. I don't like to talk incomes, but I've been paid over $22 million now in 4Life since I started. So, you can make a lot of money, but it's up to you. There's a process. You have to build it, okay? So that's how that works, the rapid reward, right, the 25%. And so I think that's about it when it comes to explaining the pay plan. Just think, when you're talking to someone, remember unilevel, front side, back side, or front end, back end, all right? Explain the generations as opposed to levels. They're different, okay? So when they look at that, they're not going to think, so I only get 3%, 3%, 2%, 2% on those levels. No, those are generations, my friend. Those are groups of presidential diamonds, international diamonds, and gold international diamonds. Look over to the left. You can see those are levels. They call the fourth one a generation. I guess technically it could be, because it's infinitely paid. You can have somebody going down, you can have 100 people down there, right? And if there's no diamond or no presidential, yeah, you're infinitely paid. So I guess technically it is a generation. But when you get paid on groups of presidentials, internationals, and gold international diamonds, those are the generations. So let's open it up for questions and answers. Have I confused everybody? I hope not. And let's get out of this screen here. And look, okay, a few more people have joined us. I want to thank you for coming in. So let's see if anybody has any questions.
There's one right there in the Q&A. Oh, Kulwinder says
couple in Q&A.
Clear. No, it's Kulwinder saying she has it a little bit more clear. Rosanna also said, wow, I love the way that you're explaining the compensation plan. And yes, some people were asking me through the private if you were going to do this again in Spanish tomorrow. Yes, he is going to do it in Spanish tomorrow.
If I did it in Portuguese today, trust me, I'm going to do it in Spanish tomorrow.
Yes, that was the idea. And we did advertise it since last week to make sure that you had your people. I know that this is our English meeting and it's new. And a lot of you actually have been coming to the Monday Mentors, but we wanted to put an evening one. so that we would have more people. So keep inviting. We're not over promoting it because we're just testing the times. We don't know if this time works for everybody. We do have, it seems like the Spanish call at the same time, the English corporate calls. So that's why we're kind of testing the day, the time, and just like we did with the 30-minute change, right, Dave? We were going to
Right.
change
Monday.
yes, Mondays to 8:30. So I was wondering if we're also going to change, no, this one's already at 9. So no, this one is good.
Yeah, no, we're good. There's one thing more I do want to explain. And this it shouldn't be too complicated, especially after I just explained everything. Hopefully you understand it a bit better. But we talked about dynamic compression. Remember, if someone does not purchase 100 life points, the person below moves up a notch. All right. So every month your organization is shifting up and down. All right. You know, somebody buys, they don't buy, they come back, they leave, they come back. So it's very fluid. It's like a living person, up and down. You know what I'm saying? So that's when it comes to commissions, not, I repeat, not qualifications. Let me explain. There is no compression with qualifications. And here's why. Okay. I think you'll understand this. Let's say that Claudia, she sponsors me, Dave. I'm just going to go down the list. I sponsor Alberto Flores. Alberto Flores sponsors Annie. All right. So there's Claudia's 3 levels right there. Me, Alberto, and Annie. Okay. Claudia this month, here we are, the end of the month. This is a good example. The end of April, Claudia is on the verge of becoming an international diamond this month. Okay. She pulls up her report and it shows that she has 20,000 life points in 3 levels. Actually, 20,001. She's like, woo, I'm an international diamond. She's calling everybody. She's celebrating. She's happy. Well, Dave Daughtrey, didn't buy my 100 yet. Okay. So guess what happens? She celebrated on the last night of the month. She's gone to bed. Okay. I'm in a different time zone. Okay. So I decided about 11:30 at night, I'm going to go online and buy my 100 life points. I buy my 100. Okay. So now what was in Claudia's 3 levels, I just pushed her 3rd level down to level 4. Okay. That might have been 1,000 life points, 2,000 life points. She's not an international anymore. Dave Daughtrey just killed it. She wakes up the next morning, looks at her report. She thinks there's a mistake. She calls 4Life hollering and screaming something's wrong. And they say, oh, Dave Daughtrey placed an order last night at 11:59 p.m., 1 minute before midnight. He bought his 100 LP. So your 3 levels, your 3rd level went down to level 4. We're sorry. Do you think Claudia's going to be happy? Do you think she's going to call me congratulating me because I bought 100 life points? She's going to hate me. This is about together building people, not together destroying people. So there is no compression when it comes to qualifying. That's why we allow you in 4Life, if someone is inactive for 6 months, you can request they be removed. The company will gladly remove them, and now what's below moves up. And it happens every day. I've got somebody right now that called me today and said, hey, Dave, I've got somebody inactive for 6 months. I said, call the company, send an email, ask to have them removed. The company automatically does it after 1 year, but you can make a request after 6 months. The reason it's 1 year is because technically anyone that's new is under contract for 12 months. So the company has to honor that contract. So really the first year, they're going to stay in there for a year. After the first year, 6 months. Any 6 months, you can ask to have them removed. Okay. So now having said that, let's go to the messages, see what we got. We're coming up to an hour, basically. Martha, thank you. Appreciate your comment. Jamie, thanks so much. Annie, thank you. I appreciate you guys all joining. We've got a kind of a small group today. Doesn't matter. I always say it's not about quantity. It's about quality. And you guys are here because you're quality. And I use that example of Puerto Rico. I went to Puerto Rico and 5 people came to my first meeting. Of those 5, today, 3 are platinum and 2 are gold. I'd say it was a pretty good meeting for a first meeting. I didn't know it was going to happen. You never know. I've done many one-on-ones where that one person turned out to be a gold or platinum. I did a meeting in Brazil. I would say at that meeting, probably 350, 400 came. It's on my Facebook page. Guess how many signed up? 0. All right. It happens. I wonder where they all went. I almost wonder if somebody paid them to come. All right. I mean, I did find out afterwards, there was a politician in the group, and he basically told all of his followers to just go to the meeting. And since he's a politician, they all vote for him and everything. They did. All right. But the point is, nobody followed up. I don't have time to follow up with everybody. I can't. I've got over 1 million people have joined my team in 22 years. I can't do the follow up. I don't sponsor people these days. I'm building a downline. I work for you. I serve you. Okay. So I'm glad you take advantage of me, because I'd feel pretty lonely if it was me, myself, and I on this call. And Claudia can train me, and I can train Claudia. Right, Claudia? So anyhow, you guys, thank you. We love you. We appreciate you joining in. Invite more people. Okay. So I'm done. Claudia, thanks. Appreciate you always, what you do for the group and your consistency. And Alberto, I see him on constantly as well. Rosanna, and many of you. If I forgot a name, I apologize. Colwinder, Annie, Calvert, Debbie, Suderno, thanks for joining in. And don't forget, we've got tomorrow Spanish, and then our mentor on Monday. Debbie, you will be able to see who's on these calls beginning Monday. But please check the calendar. I'll put it in WhatsApp and everything, but we're going to have a new ID number for all the future meetings in English, Spanish, and Portuguese. I'm changing the format so everybody can see if they have their guest on or not. Thank you. Claudia, I'll pass it to you and then we'll finish up.
Thank you. Okay, I just wrote Dave's website. Again, just check the website. We will change the codes. We'll organize this with Dave after the meeting tomorrow, so just that people don't get confused. And as soon as we do our Spanish meeting, for those that are asking, just check Dave's website. You will find the link. You will find the time. Remember, it is California time. And thank you, everyone. Saturday, it's not there yet, but I will be doing the second part of the 4Life Connect training. I will add that to Dave's, because it is on Dave's room, and it's going to be early in the morning for everyone. So that way, if Dave needs his room, he'll have it for the whole day. So make sure you wake up early for that one. It's the second part of the 4Life Connect. And that's all. Make sure that you write Dave's website correctly, and you will find everything that you need there. Thank you all, and have a great night. What is the WhatsApp group? Oh, Dr. AJ, there's several one, but the one that you can write me, Dr. AJ. I'm gonna see, it's pretty full, that one, but people leave, and then I just write my number, and just so that way I have your contact. There it is, my number. I wrote it on all panelists. Okay, here we go. And just, I will add you as soon as I have somebody leaving, and that way we can have you in that group, Dr. AJ, because it seems that you're becoming a regular on these meetings. We have our little regular groups that don't want to miss anything. So thank you for that.
Let's build down under, my friend. Australia is a whole continent of people waiting.
Who wants to go to Australia? Me. Okay. So thank you, everyone. Good night. Let's let Dave go and have a rest, because he's been doing 2 meetings in a row. Thank you, Dave. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.